Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, I was driving home this morning and this song came on. I like this song. It's got a nice, good rhythm to it. When you listen to the words, you think, wow, this is like a little expose in the issues in relationships. And then I started making judgments. I made a judgment about the man. I thought he was a scuzzball. And then when I started later thinking about the woman, I thought, some of this was precipitated by something that she did. So let's just look at the words to this song. And this is interactive. We do this together. And I might not have all the words right. Anyway, I was tired of my lady. We've been together too long. Was this tired of this same old dull routine? So while she lay there reading, I read the paper instead. And there was this article in the personals column, and it said, if you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain and the feel of the ocean and the taste of champagne. If you're not into yoga, if you have half a brain, if you like making love at midnight in the dunes of the Cape, I'm the love that you look for, write to me and escape. So, he says, he took out some paper and pen and he answered this article. And he said, yes, I like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain and the feel of the ocean and the taste of champagne. I am not into health food. So he goes on, he said, I'd like to meet you by tomorrow noon to cut through all this red tape at a bar called O'Malley's, where we'll plan our escape. Okay, so he goes to this bar and this lady walks in. He says, I knew her smile in an instant. I knew the curve of her face. It was my own lovely lady. We smiled for a moment and we said, it's you. So I looked at this and where does it go? He says, I never knew you like pina coladas.
That's right.
And the taste of champagne and the feel of the ocean. I never knew all of this stuff. Did you like making love at midnight in the dunes of the Cape? All right, so now you know. So what? I want to know, so what? Now you know. You've been living with me all this time? You didn't know I like all this stuff? You answered this, and these are things that you like too. What's wrong with this relationship? Who wants to tell me? Yes.
I'd like to make a comment on that.
Yes.
You got to stand up no matter what.
Uh-oh. This is an absolutely true story. That I like that song too. And there's a line in there that always intrigued me. If you like making love at midnight in the dunes of the Cape. And I've always been a beach person. And a few years back, I found myself very unwillingly stuck in Massachusetts for 2 weeks with nothing to do over the weekend. I actually drove out to Cape Cod, to the very tip, to see the dunes of the Cape. Unfortunately, I was by myself. Just to see.
So you say.
The song is obviously written by somebody from Boston, right? O'Malley's Bar, the dunes of the Cape, and I believe there's one or two other references in there. It's a Northeast person, probably in Boston. So the dunes of the Cape was Cape Cod. And I had to go out and check Cape Cod myself. And I found that it wasn't much to speak of. It was a bunch of expensive vacation homes. Same thing here. And I came back and told my wife, I said, we don't have to go to Cape Cod. We can stay here.
Ba-dum-bum.
So, again, they both like the same kinds of things, but apparently neither one of them knows this. Why is this? What's the problem here? Any of you fellows? Yes.
Communication is the cornerstone of everything. Clearly, these people are not talking to each other, right? What the hell's up with this? I think anyone who's involved in a relationship can fully understand how you could get to that particular point, right? If you're hanging with somebody long enough, you start to treat them as, what's the right phrase here? What's the crux that I'm looking for? Probably as always being there. They'll always be, they were there yesterday, they're there today, and they will be there tomorrow. And so we forget to really talk to them, right? It's something we don't think of. So in this one, there's a laundry list of things that apparently, beverages, travel locations, except we can go down the list, right, that they apparently have not had time to discuss. We would expect that these people are living together, and, you can almost sort of see it, right? They're in an apartment in Boston, probably, and they probably get up in the morning and they shuffle by each other and they say, hey, could you hand me the cereal? Could you hand me the coffee? They kiss and they leave. And that's the total morning conversation at that particular point in time. So clearly, they've got a communication issue that they need to work through.
Yes. He says, we've been together too long. This relationship is dull. So what is this, we've been together too long? This doesn't sound like a marriage to me. It just sounds like people who are just living together and they feel like it's easy to walk away. It's dull, the excitement's gone, I'm out of here, the thrill is gone. Mark, can you add something to this? When a relationship becomes dull, do we just walk away, or do we have some responsibility in this relationship to do something to make it better? So if it's dull, that's just it. So long?
Well, apparently we need to answer a personal ad. find our significant other there. But it sounds like in that particular storyline that they've been going on and on for a while, and feel that they've probably it's too late at that point to do anything to change just because of time. But I don't know what else is on their dance card. What else do they have to do? So they might as well try it out. Investigate, interest first. Thank you.
So she walks into the bar and I knew her smile in an instant, and I never knew you like this. I didn't know you like this and these things, and so now we're discovering each other. We have these things in common. Do you think anything's going to be different? Are they going to stay together? If they do stay together, so what? Now you know. What's going to happen from here going forward? Any ideas, Gary?
Ooh. This is a very risky thing to do.
That is true, actually.
But being interested in mathematics.
Oh, no.
Not too bad. we had to go there, man.
One of the greatest inventions of mathematics is calculus.
That is true.
Is where the perspective of mathematics changed. Previously, we were looking at things on a global perspective, whereas calculus looked at changes at a certain point, a local perspective. It's a change that was significant. The absolute value of the function was immaterial. Well, in a relationship, the same thing seems to hold true. You may have a great relationship, be very happy, or content rather, and as long as it's kind of static, it doesn't seem satisfactory. Change is what seems to be the driver for interest in a relationship. Dullness is lack of change.
Professor Gary's derivative relationships.
Yes, who knew you could draw together mathematics and personal relationships? Anyway, my time is up, so I just want you to stop and think a little bit about honesty in relationships, because I think that's like the crux of this too. Because where I was thinking this guy's disgust, she's there sleeping, and then you're answering an ad. I want to meet you over here and cut through all the tape and do this. But she wrote the article. So I can't put all the blame on him, because they're both equally at fault in this relationship. Both are not contributing what they need to. So at that point, I want to return control to our Toastmaster.
Thank you.